Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Mechanical Engineering Design. And as you can see on the screen, this one is a road sweeper. It is a student project that is used to clean the road, maybe along highways, to remove leaves that are dropped on the road, or even to remove dust and mud. Now, at the front, the yellow part is a bucket that is used to collect the leaves. Inside or in front of it is a brush. This brush is used to draw the leaves into the bucket. Now, this equipment does not require any external power. It only uses human power. The operator will hold along this handle and just pull it forward, and as it rolls, this will be touching the ground. So forward motion will be transferred to this sprocket here. Now this sprocket will rotate the chain and it will transfer motion to this shaft. You see? So this shaft will be rotating in the same direction as this shaft. Now on this shaft we have another sprocket here that will be rotating in the same direction as the wheels. Now the forward movement of this sprocket will also enable transfer of motion to this other shaft. There is a shaft here, and this shaft is connected to the brush. So brush will be rotating counterclockwise like this. So it will be picking the dirt from the floor and directing it into the bucket. And here we have an optional wheel. You can detach it when you want to lower the height. to touch the ground. Now from front view, you can see the operator will just pull this handle and the wheel will rotate in its direction. Motion will be transferred to the second shaft in the same direction, which is counterclockwise, and motion will be transferred to this other shaft, which has the brushes, and brush will just pick dust. It will just pick dust and forward them to the bracket. Now another thing that you need to observe here, in case the operator reverses the wheel, you would ask yourself, maybe the leaves would be removed from the bucket, but that's not the case. We have a mechanism here. It is called Pawl and ratchet mechanism. P-A-W-L and ratchet mechanism. So this ratchet mechanism will only allow motion in one direction, and on reverse it will not allow motion. It's the same mechanism that is used on bicycles. So when you are pedaling, you can only pedal forward, but when you pause, it cannot go reverse. It will just roll. So if you are a student and you are planning to do a project, this is a best project for you, especially those who are doing diploma. So one feature you can add on top is water. You can add a water tank on top and then connect some pipes so that after sweeping the road, and then you can sprinkle water and do mopping. So those are some features that you can add. So one advantage of this road sweeper is that it can be operated by anyone. It does not need advanced knowledge. Anybody can operate as long as you can pull, then you can clean the road. The other advantage is it has simple design. You see, there are small moving parts, so it's simple to assemble and also maintain. So one feature of maintaining is through oiling. You can oil the bearing, you can also oil the sprockets. So you can see it's cheap to make and also cheap to maintain. This is the right view. And you can also see from the top. It's a very simple design. So it can be made from readily available materials. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification so that you will not miss my next upload. Now let me just show you overview of parts that are included in this design. The first one is this part, which is caster wheel. It has a braking mechanism here. when you step on this pedal, it will just lock the wheel. The second part is the chassis or the frame. This is where you mount the rest of the parts. The third part is the container or the bucket to collect the dust and leaves. The other part is the handle. This is the handle where you hold and pull. The other part is the shaft, and there are 3 shafts here. The first one is the one that connects the wheels. There is intermediate shaft, and also there is the shaft that holds the brush. And then there are wheels. Of course, there is this wheel and this one. And then you have the sweeper itself or the brush. The next thing is the bearing. You see, you have 2 sets of bearings, this one and this one. And another thing, there are 2 sprockets connecting this shaft and this one. So if you have observed well, this sprocket has a larger diameter than this one. So this one has more number of teeth than this. So that means for every 1 rotation, this one will be rotating more. Okay? So you have multiplied the speed from here to this point. Now, from this shaft, I have also connected a larger sprocket here. So this sprocket will be rotating at the same speed as this one. And upon connecting to the final shaft here on the sweeper, it has a smaller sprocket as well. So you are increasing the speed as you move from the first shaft to intermediate shaft to the brush. So that's one advantage of using the sprocket and chain. So materials you can utilize in making this part, for example, the frame is mild steel because it's cheap and can serve the same purpose. You don't need expensive materials. Also for the bucket, you can use mild steel. For brushes, you can't use a metal, so you'll have to use plastic part. And of course, rubber for the wheels. And then when you come to shafts, you cannot use a continuous solid shaft. It has to be hollow along the middle part, and then towards the end or where you connect the tire, then you can use a solid shaft, and then you can weld it. And of course, use a key to join. So if you have any question on this design, just leave it on the comment section and I'll respond to you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.